plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it, and live the free sky's the limit. Never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 lunch, 80 lunch. Long as I got stuff from most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. But Michelle at the tip of your melon, clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise, and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts of how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it, and live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it, and live the free sky's the limit. Never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise, and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid. Only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit.
Okay, here we are.
Smooth.
Okay, I think I'm good there. All right. Okay, I think we're good in terms of stream health. Is the stream running okay for you?
Yeah, it's overall running good. You kind of had a Charlotte moment there when you did your sound test, but I think you're good now.
Okay, well, with that being said, what is going on, guys? What is going on? We are back with yet again another edition of the Notorious podcast, man. And we are back with another edition of Notorious Unscripted, man. This is episode 87. And if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know how this show works. Every Monday, we are on here with Notorious Unscripted. And every Friday, we are on here with the news. Stupid thing. Okay. My bad. You just went gray screen for a second there, but you're back. Yeah. Every Monday we're on here with Notorious Unscripted, and every Friday we're on here with the news, man. Speaking of this past Friday's edition of the news, if you guys did miss that, you can now find that on all platforms. AEW Games coming out with their supposedly, possibly coming out with their video game, their console video game in September. Tony Khan being forced to debut Satnam Singh. We'll talk about that. We'll definitely be talking about that. yeah, a bunch of other stories as well. So if you guys did miss that, you can now find that on all platforms, man. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here on Friday at 4 p.m. Central with the news. Also, if you guys have not got your official Notorious Heels Podcast merchandise, you guys can now find that at bonfire.com. The link is in at the top of the description of this video. So, yes, if you guys did not get your Notorious Heels Podcast merchandise, you can now get it. We got two designs. We got the base design, and we have the Riddler inspired IWC's Best Kept Secret shirt. Yeah, man, inspired off of Paul Dano's Riddler from the Batman, which I am so pumped because I am totally watching that tonight, man. It has officially come out on digital. It is officially out on digital, so I'm definitely gonna have to run it back tonight. Yeah, bro. But other than that, man, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Heels Podcast, I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How's it going, man?
It's going good, man. It's going good. Just been chilling out, going to work, and normal as hell, man. Been normal as hell. Toronto, of course, I asked in the chat how's the family, how's everything. They're good, man. They're great, man. About you, man? About you, and what about you, bro? I'm good. I'm good, bro. But what about you?
Yeah, man, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Yeah, just chilling. Just chilling. Watch Raw. So that's just not good. And yeah, like I said, man, I've just been waiting to watch the new Batman movie, bruh. And like I do have it now. It is officially on digital, so I am super pumped to watch that tonight.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. Can you just hear my excitement?
Jesus. Dude. We got another episode of Monday Night Raw here tonight. And my God. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Jesus, I forgot to. Yes, I'm good to answer Durante's question as well. I'm good, bro. The family's good. I completely forgot to answer your question. My bad. Yes, how are you, bro? And it looks like you are good, man. So that is always great to hear. Jonathan Fedna says, "What's up?" Logan, what did I miss with Raw tonight? Nothing.
Nothing. We both knew what to say, bro. Literally nothing.
Yeah, absolutely nothing. Bro. Jesus. Actually, no, I guess we'll run that down after Dynamite, because it wouldn't make sense to talk about Battle of the Belts before Dynamite. But, well, I guess we can talk about this briefly. When I say briefly, I mean it. WWE on the dark matches, I guess, if you consider the dark segments, if you can call them that, I guess. WWE have debuted a possible usage for LA Knight, and we talked about this a while ago, 2 weeks ago on the news, I believe. But they have started Knight Model Management. LA Knight is pretty much out there dressed like a Men in Black with fucking shades on and a suit, and he is managing Mace as the first client of
I heard a
Knight
rumor.
Model
Management.
Management.
It's true.
What's that?
That they changed Mace's name. And I know what they changed it to, but I want to know if it was real or people were just fucking around. Because if it's real, and my God, does it gotta be? Oh man! All right, hold on. Checking their roster page right now.
Okay.
Where is it? Okay, I don't think it was true. Not yet, at least. Because there was a fucking rumor that they changed Mace's name to Face. Don't think it was true. Yeah, because he's still Mace. Okay. It was just jokes.
Oh,
Because I saw a
fuck.
lot of people saying that. So it's just people fucking around, man. But I was going to say, my God. But they let him ditch the fucking dreadful Retribution look. Which is at least good.
Yeah, did you see T-Bar tonight? 1 second.
I'm dead. Those goddamn nitros.
These nitro Pepsis, bruh. I don't know why they sound like that. They
I'm
taste
telling
great,
you.
though.
Telling. Exactly. Yeah, I actually did notice him. He's fucking normal again. Hopefully he could go back to being normal again.
He looks like a T-Bar Dijakovic. He's got like the camo
really does,
trunks. And, oh, God, just let the man be Dijak, bro. I mean, he definitely looks better. He's got his hair back. But my God, man. My God. Just let him. He's such a valuable asset to any roster. And this is what you have him doing. Yeah, so there's that, man. And LA Knight. Jesus. LA Knight is looks to be a manager or a Men in Black.
They're making LA Knight a manager. Fucking what's his face? Backstage interviewer. The fuck? How do I forget his name?
Drew Gulak.
Gulak. Yep, they made Gulak a fucking not only a backstage like interviewer, but apparently he's trying to. They want him to join commentary. Come on, bro. Let the man wrestle, bro. Please.
Yeah, another guy who is easily an upper mid-carder on any brand he's on.
Easily.
Dijakovic, man, Dijakovic, definitely a guy who's such a valuable asset to any roster, bro. Another guy who is an upper mid-carder, even a lower main event tier type guy, you know.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
definitely has potential.
Yeah, absolutely, and same with LA Knight. He's so valuable as a wrestler, as well as a mouthpiece. He's so valuable as a wrestler, as well as a mouthpiece, man. And WWE is just gonna waste him away to the point where they have another faction that they are ready to get rid of. So there's that, man. There's that. Monday Night Raw opens up with Cody. Yes. The past 3 weeks.
It's gonna be a repeating thing.
Yeah.
It's just gonna keep happening.
You know, I was really thinking about this all night, and I really put my finger on it, man. I put my finger on it. You guys know me, man. I really do try looking at things from all perspectives, but I'll tell you guys after we get done going through this segment. So, show opens up. Cody, Seth comes out. He calls out Cody. Cody comes out, you know, just being Cody, taking his time with his entrance again, and Seth is talking to Cody about, you know, respecting him and stuff like that, and Cody kind of jumps the gun and he starts posing to the crowd, doing the same thing he did to The Miz, where he kind of just cuts him off and he just starts, you know, posing to the crowd. Seth is kind of getting a little upset. He goes to talk to Cody about respecting, you know, his family name again, and before that, he told Cody never to do that to him again, and then he tries to talk to him about how much he respects his family again, and Cody does the exact same thing again. He cuts Rollins off. He starts showboating to the crowd. Seth gets pissed at this point, and he pretty much just says, you know, I was just about to talk to you about respect and this and that, but since you want to disrespect me, you know, he starts telling him that, you know, he was Vince McMahon's handpicked opponent, and the whole spiel, pretty much pretty
Yeah.
to an extent what Miz told him last week. Cody said something about we all know where I've been for the past 6 years. I think Seth told him something about him being away for 6 years. So Cody again says, we all know where I was for 6 years. I was in a management position. Yes, Cody, we all fucking know this.
Yeah, I know that. You say that every week now.
He was in management, and Seth starts talking about how Cody was Vince's handpicked opponent, and he had no time to prepare for him, and this and that, and Cody's kind of just sitting there taking it, and Seth tells Cody, I had no time to prepare at WrestleMania, so how about tonight you have no time to prepare for an opponent that I pick for you. And Cody accepts, and that was pretty much the end of this segment, man. But he talked, they talked about, there was a point in this too where they talked about who was better, and Cody just playing up to the crowd. Why don't we ask the fine people of Buffalo? And he called Buffalo Rhodes Country. Dude, I thought that was Georgia. I don't get it, man.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Cody.
I really don't.
Everywhere this man goes is probably Rhodes
Cody's
Country to
a
him.
fucking mystery.
I'm
telling you, bro.
So, he's playing up to the crowd, like I said. He said, let's ask the fine people of Buffalo, and this and that. And he talks about how him and Seth have history in this building, and all this stuff, man. And while I'm watching this, I just couldn't put my finger on it. What was wrong with this? And it honestly took me all night to kind of figure it out. It took me all night to really put my finger on it, and really, I mean, I wasn't thinking about it all night straight, but yeah, during the main event, I was kind of thought about it again, and I was like, man, I kind of put my finger on what was just so wrong with this segment, and it kind of just came off as a little unnatural to me. This isn't the main thing I think what is wrong with it, but like just from just a plain view, or it came off as very unnatural, I thought, and it kind of just came off as a little weird. But what I'm really getting at here is I think what was so wrong with this segment, and it's just the run kind of so far seems a little disingenuous. Like, I feel like the crowd is not fully behind him, if that makes sense. I feel like they're just cheering for him because he's Cody. You know what I mean? And
exactly. It's like a Dark Order pop.
Yeah, exactly.
They just cheer him because, hey, it's Cody.
So, my main thing is, and I was thinking about this while I was watching the main event, like, what was wrong with that segment earlier? And I guess I'll put it like this. He is in WWE playing... He is Cody Rhodes, and that's a good thing, and, he's not Stardust or Corey Rhodes or whatever, all the jokes we make. He's Cody Rhodes, and he has his song, and he has his... I don't even really know if you could use this, but I was going to say he is his AEW self, but he's kind of like a watered down version of his AEW self, but like he is his AEW self to an extent. He's not fully WWE-ified yet, but I think what it is for me at least, and let me know what you think as well, but it just seems like a tired act. Like, this guy's been trying to play like this hero, and he's trying to be like this white meat baby face so bad. And it's like, I said this, man, and I'll always say this, but it's like, the initial moment he came back to WWE at WrestleMania is always going to be epic. It always is. With Cody, it was an epic moment. I mean, it was just absolutely surreal to see him there.
It was unbelievable.
You know what I mean? But you know, we talked about this as, you know, we kind of settle into things. The obvious is that he just does not fit in WWE. I mean, you just look at the guy and you could just tell that he just does not fit in that company. But in terms of his character himself, the constant stopping to, you know, that was the thing with his AEW character. It's like, wow, he's a white meat baby face, so to say, who absolutely loves himself, but he is an asshole, truly, inside, right? Like, he's eventually going to turn heel. No, that's not how things happened. And it seems like he's doing the same exact thing here. It really does. It seems like he is trying to be this white meat baby face, and eventually people are going to turn on him, no matter if it's 3 weeks from now, or 3 months from now, or 6 months from now. You know, people are eventually going to turn on him. Once this really dies down, and he's out of his first feud, and he's, you know, a couple feuds in, or whatever, you know, he's really settled in, people are eventually going to turn on him. Because I feel like this white meat baby face gimmick is only meant, and Cody does it so well, for a heel turn. And if he doesn't want that, I don't know what he's expecting to get in WWE as opposed to AEW, but it's going to be the exact same way. It's going to be the exact same way, man.
History's gonna repeat itself easily.
And you can already see it in a way. You know what I mean? I'm not coming on here and saying that the run sucks already. I mean, I'm just saying it just feels a little disingenuous, if I'm being honest. And I feel like we're doing the same Homelander shit all over again. You know what I mean? It's like,
it feels like the same Cody he was 2 years ago. Nothing's changed.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. And, you know, you would think he would have learned. If he was going to stay babyface, why doesn't he just kind of play like this cool babyface character or whatever? I mean, there are so many things you could do with his character. But it seems like we're headed in the same I mean, the crowd is not going to play up to this white meat babyface stuff forever. They're just not.
Especially a WWE crowd.
Yeah.
They'll turn on him even worse, man.
Yes, they really, really aren't, bro. They really aren't. They're playing up to it now. We're 3 weeks in, man. But on this show, we do have a thing for talking about things way before they happen. And 90% of the time, we do end up being right. And I'm saying it now, bro. Just the crowd, the crowd is just not going to play up to his white meat babyface game forever. And I really think it's going to get old. But I think that's I don't know, that's what I put my finger on, bro. I genuinely feel like this is just a tired act. It feels like we've seen all this before, and we know how this ends. There is no heel turn. Yep. There is no nothing. It just stays like this, you know?
And when WWE fans are disappointed in him now, he turning heel, even they'll understand, like, wow, what is this, dude? What did we get? You know what I mean? Cody, man, I sent that out in the tweet at the beginning of Raw, man, but every time Cody gets a mic since he's come back, man, I feel nothing.
Me neither.
I feel nothing but deja vu every week. It's playing up to the like you said, it's tiring. It's the same thing.
The tired
I'm watching
act.
the same Cody for like a year ago. Literally, man.
And
a year and a half.
And the difference about us and these WWE fans that don't necessarily watch AEW, or maybe they tune in a little bit, or maybe they hate Tony Khan's guts, whatever the case is, the difference between us and them is they don't know how this ends. We do.
Nope.
We know where
Exactly.
this goes, man, because if this man felt so strongly that he did not want to turn heel, so much that he left the company, and that was a huge snowball. Maybe that wasn't the exact reason he left, but that was a product of the reason he left, bro. The reason he fell out with Tony Khan was because Cody Rhodes was stale as shit, and he was just giving TK just horrible stuff, and then TK took his booking away. Do you think if Cody Rhodes was consistently booking himself great, and when I say that, I mean when I say that, I don't mean Jeff Jarretting himself, but I mean just putting himself, just producing great television with his character. He doesn't have to always win. He doesn't always have to be in the title picture, but just genuinely making good stuff. I don't think Tony Khan would have put his foot down and was like, yo, what are you guys doing with this creative shit, man? And I think that was really at the beginning of all his Anthony Ogogo stuff, and I really think that was the main catalyst to it. But
like tipped it over.
But if this man felt so strongly that he had to leave an entire company because he did not want to turn heel, what is any different? What's different here? What's different?
Exactly, man.
I don't know, man.
And Cody really doesn't know what he's in for, man, because if he stays babyface his whole career, and let's say he wins the Money in the Bank, then he cashes in a babyface way, wins in a babyface way, and he stays champion as this good guy, white meat babyface, especially as WWE champion. Man, oh man, will they turn, and can't wait for a Bobby Lashley to come in and beat him. People will fucking rejoice when he loses that thing, man. You know what I mean? Cody, his mind is very backwards. He thinks deep down we're on his side, even the AEW fans, because he has this mentality. I can bet you this, that if they do start to fuck Cody up, that they'll be mad, that AEW fans, WWE fans will be mad at the company for fucking Cody up. But the thing is, what Cody doesn't realize is that he's not a new star that's like on the rise. That's when they get fucked up booking wise, people get annoyed. Cody was established. Cody established himself in AEW. When they start booking him like shit in WWE, nobody's gonna be bad for him. It's just gonna be, we told you so. That's all he's gonna hear, and he's gonna hate to hear that, man. Cody Rhodes the definition of delusional. Whether it's not wanting to turn babyface, thinking the people are always gonna be with him whenever this happens or this happens. The crowd's gonna turn on him, bro. They are, and I could already tell it's already starting, man. They don't even care.
You just watch him and you just think it's too good to be true, and eventually it's gonna run out because these WWE crowds don't stay behind somebody like this for very long.
No, man. God, no. And another thing that really kills Cody Rhodes in this company, I was thinking about this right before the main event. It was the wedding segment. I was just thinking, there is a 24/7 wedding segment right before a Cody Rhodes match. That stuff like that is going to keep on going. And once people really feel like, wow, I'm watching 24/7 championship segment, and Cody Rhodes is up next, or Cody Rhodes was just on. Now I have to see this title. Stuff like that, man. Once Cody gets paired next to the bullshit, man, oh man. It already happened tonight. But man, oh man, is it just going to get worse. Cody Rhodes is just falling down the rabbit hole, man. You hate to see it. And again, I don't think the run so far has been bad. You know what I mean? It's just been nothing. I don't feel.
It's something you can easily tell is going to have a short shelf life. And once again, nobody is talking about this stuff except for us.
like none of this feels permanent. You know what I mean? Like when somebody debuts in AEW, usually it feels like, wow, they're gonna be here for the next how many years? I can't wait. See all what they do, man. But with Cody in this company, it really, I don't see this, continuing for years to come. You know what I mean? It it has a very short shelf life, and once Vince gets bored, man, it's really over with. Cause my God, I've I wonder how that Cody Rhodes merch is selling, cause he better hope it's selling like hotcakes, man. Cause once it starts to not, he's doomed, man. He's doomed. But like I said, the run ain't bad. It's kind of just there, which I hate to say about Cody Rhodes, but he's kind of just there. And his promos, like he said, are literally the same, man. They really are, man. And it's just gonna continue. And when the fans catch on, then he's really doomed, man. Because it'll, like you said, we know what's gonna happen. They don't, and I can't wait to see them do the same thing AEW fans were doing at the end of Cody's run. They're gonna be throwing the belt back. They're gonna be booing the shit out of him. And with WWE fans, I can't wait for Cody to get what chance.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He's gonna start crying.
Um, do you hear all this stuff about John Moxley coming back to WWE?
Bro, I've been seeing that all over. That shit's hilarious, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna
Ain't
be
no
honest.
fucking way.
I really don't see it. I really
No,
don't
I don't.
fucking see
I
it.
don't see him coming back.
Like
I really
Jericho,
don't see
all right, I'll give you
I
that.
could see.
I could see Jericho. Like, as much as I think he loves and believes in AEW, and I don't really believe there to be any bad blood there, because normally the one thing I will say about Chris Jericho, usually when he's done doing shit that sucks, he will admit it and he will make fun of himself. You know, that if I
Mm-hmm.
could say one thing about Jericho, it's that. But you know, he doesn't
Definitely.
really put the blame on anybody else but himself.
No, it's just like, yeah, that shit was kind of ass. I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah, he doesn't really put the blame on anybody but himself unless he was like forced into doing something per se. But
Yeah, some goofy shit.
um with John Moxley, bro, I hear a lot of people saying that a lot of people think he's going to get the Cody deal where he's going to be able to come in and be John Moxley and be himself. I just don't see it, bro. Like, I mean,
Dude, I
you could
really
be
don't.
right. They could be right. They could be wrong. Maybe I'm just not seeing
Mm-hmm.
something. But like, I just can't see it. I mean, I know he said he'd be open to it, or he said something like he said he'd be open to listening. But
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see it,
I
bro.
just don't.
Like,
The life he likes to live in wrestling, the places he likes to go wrestle for, he likes to
the
do all that shit. You
the
know what I
kind
mean?
the kind of promos he likes to cut, I just don't I just don't see that. I just don't see that cuz you know he knows his first couple months are going to be a blast. And then once he's
Oh, yeah.
stuck outside of Vince McMahon's office trying to get creative pitches to go through again, that's gonna eventually piss him off. I
Mm-hmm.
really just don't see it. I mean,
If anything, I could see him doing a really short run. Like a really short run in that company. But even then, I don't see it. Like, it could happen, but I really don't see it. I think he likes what he's doing. Not even in just AEW, but just in the business in general,
mhm,
outside of that company. I think he
yeah,
just likes what he gets to do. He likes the freedom.
yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Very weird, but man, I agree with you, bro. I can't see him leaving, dude. I just can't.
Yeah. God,
Um,
no.
uh, Veer Mahan. continues to carve his path of destruction.
Oh.
He cripples Jake.
Jobber, whatever the fuck his name was.
Yes, I don't know. He cripples some jobber. He puts on his hold that looks like it does not hurt whatsoever. And yeah, that was it for Veer. Nothing for the Mysterios. Nothing to cry over this week, man. Dominic Mysterio was not on the show. So yeah. So that was Veer's segment. This guy fucking sucks, man.
Bro, why do they have to give him the fucking foreigner gimmick? The fucking incoherent foreigner that just makes noises? I feel like he could have been pretty. I could have seen him as a decent mid carder, man. I could have, but then they give him the fucking incoherent, fucking screaming caveman gimmick.
Yeah, and nothing changes. I'm not really too big on his attire or anything like that. I'm not really too big on his attire, and just like I said, his whole presentation and his mannerisms, like you said, like all the noise making and just like
weird faces, those weird intense faces he has to make.
Yeah,
like I would actually think it'd be better. A better setting is like under LA Knight. Put him in a suit. Let us see something different.
Okay. I totally like that a lot better than whatever we're getting now.
At least fucking try it out instead of just fucking caveman.
Literally the same thing we got while he was with Jinder Mahal. He just stood there and just looked menacing, even though he's not.
He was with Jinder.
Yeah, remember Veer, Shanky, and Jinder?
Oh my god, oh yeah. Dude, I totally forgot. Man, bro, it's been so long for this motherfucker to debut. I forgot he was that dude. Oh my god. Oh man. They took way too long to debut this fucking guy. Holy shit.
Yep.
I just forgot that. I just remembered. Oh my god.
The Bring Your Cousin to Work Day faction.
That's fucking Veer.
Jinder Mahal. Sonya Deville is talking about how she is coming for Bianca Belair's title because she wants to be the EST and this and that, and Bianca comes out, gets in her face, goes to take her earrings off, and Sonya Deville pulls the whole "I am a WWE official" gimmick. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's just
life.
And she says, I want to beat you where it matters the most. And I thought she was going to say Backlash. No, she's going to beat her next week on Raw versus, or for the Raw Women's Championship, in Bianca's hometown of Knoxville, Tennessee. So there you have it. Tennessee? Yeah.
Man, like, how many times do we have to see this fucking corrupt official gimmick?
Also, yeah, seriously, bro. Also, yeah, it is stale. Just get her back in the ring, bro. Just get her back in the ring.
Please.
Also, I understand that Sonya Deville, I understand it's her style and she rocks it well. But, bro, the tight suit did not go at all with Bianca Belair trying to pick her up. Sonya couldn't fucking move.
No.
You see how stiff her legs were?
Literally, her ass stiff. I'm telling you, bro, she looked like a damn fucking mannequin.
Bro,
a stiff ass fucking suit.
Bro, she looked as stiff as a fucking Minecraft character, bro. She was fucking. She was up for the KOD, and her legs were straight. She could barely move her one arm. She had it like wrapped around Bianca's head. She's got the microphone in the other hand. I'm like, what is going on, man? And she's
her fucking microphone hand.
Oh, what are you saying?
Go ahead.
Oh, you're good.
Oh. Yeah, her fucking microphone hand was fucking. It was so stiff that the same microphone position she was in standing up, she was on in the KOD, bro. Her arm didn't move at all.
Nope.
It was still in the same goddamn position with that mic.
Yep. So while she's up in the air, she's telling Bianca to put her down. She's telling her to put her down, or else she's gonna fine her, and there's gonna be consequences, and she's gonna strip the title from her and give it to herself or something like that. But Bianca throws her down and gets out of the ring. Adam Pearce is okay, but Adam Pearce is okay. I like they've featured him a lot less, which I like.
I like.
But Sonya is now that she's in a Raw Women's title picture, bro, and they've kind of started drifting her and Pierce apart. I think she needs to just go back to being a full on-screen talent. The WWE official thing is just
it gotta end, and I think it will with this feud, but it's gotta happen sooner, bruh.
Yeah,
Please.
absolutely. It's definitely old as shit, bro. So she's in the back with Adam Pearce a little bit later, and she says, you need to find Bianca, and Adam Pearce says, I find her, and Bianca walks up, hands Adam Pearce $1, as Adam Pearce just got done telling Sonya Deville that she is under investigation for her corruptness. Okay. What are we, living in fucking Gotham? What does that mean? She is corrupt. You know what's corrupt? This company. Forget fucking Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce. Bro, this company is corrupt. Enough.
Exactly, bro. Fuck your investigators. They got Cody on the case. Bianca's getting screwed over. That's only a job for Cody Rhodes.
Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan lose their match to Sasha Banks and Naomi. Rhea Ripley taking the pin. Sasha and Naomi dip. Afterwards, Rhea and Liv are arguing in the ring, and you can hear Rhea saying, "Anytime you need help, I'm there. Where were you when I need you?" Like she did it on purpose. So, whatever. That's besides the point. But, she's in Liv's face. She's arguing, where were you at when I need you? You failed on this tag team. You failed. You just kept hearing her kind of repeat the same stuff. Just stuff like that. And Liv finally has enough. She goes to walk away, and Rhea Ripley attacks her, gives her actually a pretty damn cool looking riptide. Usually the riptide looks just horrible because Rhea doesn't lift them up all the way, but with Liv, she lifted her up damn near in powerbomb position, so it looked really sick. Because man, some of the riptides Ripley gives, geez, can you lift them up a little bit more so it looks like it hurts?
Exactly. Literally, bro. She just drops them from fucking, stomach distance, basically, half the time.
Yeah. So she turns on Liv Morgan, and Rhea Ripley finally turns heel. And it looks like she will soon be standing on the Mountain of Omnipotence, or whatever it's called.
Oh, Lord. Yay.
Yeah, so... so Liv Morgan gets turned on, man, and Rhea Ripley finally turns heel. I believe the past 2 tag teams she was in. She was in the one with Nikki, and wasn't there one before that?
I think there was. I forgot what the hell it was. But I think she was in one before Nikki. She was in one with Nikki.
Well, regardless.
Was it Vega?
She was in... No. She was in Super Brutality. Nikki turns. Rhea makes it seem like she doesn't give up on friendships. And, that whole whack storyline they had going on. And then she does the same exact thing to Liv Morgan.
Literally, bruh. Doesn't make sense. Who cares?
Yeah, so Liv Morgan gets turned on, man, as Rhea Ripley turns heel. And yeah, hopefully being on the mountain of omnipotence makes a little bit more importance on this show for Rhea Ripley. So yeah, man. I mean, this
Hopefully, man.
being in something with Edge is definitely going to be way better than whatever she's doing now. So yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes, man. And with Rhea Ripley being in the group, it can hopefully offer something a little fucking different than a complete ripoff of the House of Black. And as you can tell by the promo tonight, there is a little bit of a Pinnacle influence on the whole Edge faction thing. He talked about being on the pinnacle of the mountain of omnipotence. So,
Dude,
yeah, man.
That man really watches AEW, bro.
I know
My
he's a fucking mark. My God.
Bro, I'm telling you, that man don't skip a thing. I bet bro watches Dark. And I bet he watches Dark Elevation. He looks
Probably.
like a AEW Dark fan.
I never met many of them, but maybe he is one.
I can see it.
Yeah, so, yes. Yeah, I'm excited. Definitely excited for Rhea Ripley, bro. Yes, like I said, let's just get this woman, doing anything but me waiting for her to go to AEW, bro, because Jesus Christ.
Exactly, bro. 'Cause my God.
A lie detector segment. A lie detector test segment. Kevin Owens is out here with Chad Gable. And Kevin Owens says that Chad Gable has a 2.0 GPA. That shit was funny as hell.
Bro, he's just dumb as hell.
Talking about the smartest man I know. He has a 2.0 GPA. This dumb
Big
fuck.
bro.
Talking about the smartest guy you know. He's got a 2.0 GPA. And Chad Gable corrected himself. He tells
God.
everyone to shoosh. They call out Ezekiel.
Oh my God.
The whole stuff with Ezekiel, bro, it's like, I don't love it. I don't necessarily hate it. I just want to know where the fuck, like, what is the end game to this?
I was about to say, what's the fucking end goal? What's the end game here? Usually gonna have Ezekiel be Ezekiel, or is he gonna reveal himself as Elias? What the fuck's going on here? What's the point?
Yeah, it's like I said, I don't love it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate it. It literally just happens every week. It just happens, and
Bro, I'm telling you.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I truly do not know, bruh. Yeah, Ezekiel.
I really do not, man.
I don't know. So.
I don't get it.
Me neither, bro. Yeah, they do this whole lie detector test, and Ezekiel's telling the truth about most of the stuff. He's Elias's younger brother. His name's not Elias. This and that. Kevin Owens gets pissed off, storms off, and yeah, and then we have a match between Ezekiel and Chad Gable, which Ezekiel loses because Otis interferes. So that was that.
Oh my God, man! Literally, where is this going?
Seriously,
they don't even know. I could already say they don't even know.
That's the only thing for me, man. I mean, this by no means is storyline of the year or anything like that. I mean, like I said, I don't love it. I don't really hate it. It is kind of just there. It really garners no reaction for me, man. I really don't care.
No.
And it's because you just see something like this, and it is literally WWE doing something on a whim to just feature Elias on television because, why are they paying him, I guess. But
man, you can do so much better with this dude.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. They just put him on TV just to be there, and yeah, that's it, man. And you could just tell by watching it, there is absolutely no end game here. They don't know what they want to do. They have no end goal. This is something that is just going to abruptly end, and then it will never be speaken of or heard from again. But yeah, it seems like they just did this just to get this guy on TV for some odd reason, and have him doing something, and this is it.
Since they were bringing him back after Mania anyway, I would, even if they were gonna do this Ezekiel shit, the injury to Rick Boogs could have been your opportunity to actually use Elias, have him replace Rick Boogs, and then when Boogs come back, they could have a thing against each other to who's the better musician or whatever the fuck. You could have literally done anything else with Elias, bruh. And you do little brother is this. I don't get it, man. Like I said, like you said, don't hate it. I just, it's just like, why? Why do I have to watch this segment? What is the point of this? This won't matter in the next 2 months.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a typical WWE thing, man, where you just look at it and you know it's not worth investing any of your time in because it is just something that they don't even know what to do with. So
exactly.
It's not going to go anywhere, man. Austin Theory.
It's really not.
Austin Theory.
You mean Theory?
Oh, right. Finn Balor. Finn Balor defends the U.S. title against Theory. That is horrible. Yeah.
That's so bad.
Yeah, bro. Can you hear her?
I can.
Jesus. Yeah.
Feel your pain, bro.
Well, if you guys can hear the dogs, I apologize, but I have no idea what is going on. I don't know why they're barking so much, but regardless, Finn Balor defends his U.S. title that he has done absolutely nothing with. As a matter of fact, when did he win that title?
Champion.
Let me see.
Dude, I don't know. Dude, I still thought Damian Priest was champion for a second until he came out with it.
Let me see. U.S. Championship.
Didn't he win it on Raw after Mania? If I'm guessing.
The Raw what?
The Raw after Mania, I think.
Finn? No, he's had that thing for a minute. He's had that thing for a minute. I just don't know.
Oh my god, oh yeah, he did. He was champion going into Mania. Oh my god. Yeah, when the fuck did he win it then? I think it was only a couple weeks before Mania. The fuck, man? Fucking Finn, bro.
Okay, let's go all the way down the list. Okay, almost. Oh, all right. 49 days. 49 days.
Really?
He's held the title since February 28th. That is when he won it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so all of March and halfway through April, he was the U.S. champ and probably appeared on TV 3 times in something meaningful.
I didn't feel like literally, bro. Holy shit. Thought it was like a fucking 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah, these two, yeah. Theory gets his U.S. title match, and lo and behold, Austin Theory defeats Finn Balor and is the new United States champion. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
I mean, Austin Theory is not necessarily what I'm wholly shitting about, but Finn Balor, yikes. This man has lost the U.S. title, and I genuinely have no idea. I think you have a pretty good guess, but in WWE, I have no idea what is next for him. I mean, there is
Dude,
literally nothing other than a nice email. So,
bro, I'm telling you, literally the only thing, and I've seen it a lot, is that he could help AJ in his feud, but like, for what, one fucking episode of Raw he could help him with, you know what I mean?
yeah, unless they're gonna make
What?
those
They're not
two a
gonna fucking
tag
start a
team.
tag. But they wouldn't want to. I don't think they want to put AJ in a tag team again right after Almo. I think they still want to use him as a singles guy. So, what's left for Finn? Except, like Durante called him earlier, a John Gigavitis email, bruh. Come on, bruh. Oh, like, fucking
Um,
Finn, man. You hate to see it, man. You
yeah, I
really do.
mean,
He's
I could, I could maybe see them. I could maybe see Finn helping him, and then, do you think maybe they would want Finn in Edge's faction?
no. Uh, I mean,
I could
I
see that
mean,
being a very
maybe for
WWE
the
thing to
demon.
do.
That's true. That's true. Damn, they might. And that would be the swerve to AJ. But then AJ
Maybe.
really looks like a fucking like a fucking asshole, just getting fucking turned on by everybody. Like shit. Like what the fuck did AJ do, bruh? Like I don't know, man. I could see it. That sounds very WWE, but I don't think they care enough about Finn to put him in that group.
That is true.
You
That
know
is
what I
true,
mean?
man.
That's where that comes from. Because at least right now, it's people they quote unquote care about, like a Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley. You know, they care about them, like people say, but they truly don't. But with Finn, dude, they don't feel anything. The way we feel towards Cody right now is the way they feel towards Finn times 10, bruh.
Yeah.
They feel nothing for the man, which is sad.
Um.
I don't even think they care about the demon at this point.
Yeah. Look. I mean, a couple years ago, they were rushing, to make
Hmm.
something make sense to somehow get the demon on WrestleMania. Because they wanted the demon, because everybody wanted to see the demon. And this year, nothing. They didn't
Don't even
care.
care to put him
They
on the
did.
show.
They didn't care to look at him twice, bro. They didn't even care to look at him
Nope.
once. You know. Um. You know.
Exactly.
And he had staring him right in the face something to do at Mania. Damian Priest
Mm-hmm.
versus the Demon. Nothing.
Easy
Nothing.
match. Nothing.
That would have seemed like something right up WWE's alley, because that is exactly what they did with Bobby Lashley and the Demon a couple years ago at WrestleMania 35. But in this case, like I said, they didn't even look at him once. They were like, oh, okay, they kind of set it up. So I'm like, all right, they're going to do Finn versus Damian Priest, the Demon, versus Priest, but nothing.
I thought it was at least going to be on the pre-show or something.
Yeah, at
Nothing.
least, bro.
That's how you.
Um,
If he, as a champion, wasn't even put on Mania, they don't care about him. They don't even care about the demon at this point.
mm-hmm,
He's nothing but an
exactly.
email at this point, which really shouldn't be, man. But he's worth so much more outside of this company.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. And, I always hear, oh, why is this guy gonna go to AEW? Their roster is so bloated, and why is this guy gonna go to AEW? His star is gonna be lessened. My answer to that question is Kevin Owens. What is Kevin Owens doing right now that is so much better than anything he would have been doing in AEW? Had the
Exactly,
man
bro.
went to
Exactly.
AEW, he would have been doing something better than just in the current state he's in
Fucking
now.
life.
He's just stagnant, bro. He's just stagnant.
Exactly. Nothing.
He's just there.
Literally, it's just whatever they need these people to do, they'll just do a random feud here, random feud there. That's basically after Mania this year summed up. It's just random nothing feuds.
It's people trying to
Cody
start.
too.
It's genuinely I feel it's genuinely just people trying to start some sort of AEW is over party, kind of, in a way. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like everybody's so high on Roman at the moment, and even though he's WWE champion and hasn't been on Raw since the Raw after Mania 2-3 weeks ago, whatever the case was, I think it was 2 weeks ago. He hasn't been on Raw in 2 weeks. He's a WWE champ, and like I said, either way you go with that, you're fucked because the Raw roster looks like idiots because what are they fighting for? And then if you put Roman
Hmm.
on Raw, you're just gonna overexpose him. So any which way you turn, you are fucked.
It's bad. Exactly. They fucked themselves.
Um,
Shouldn't have unified these titles, man. This company doesn't know how to do singular titles.
mhm. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So with with Finn, God. Oh no, that is not what we were talking about. Yeah, so everybody's so high on that, and everybody's so high on Cody Rhodes being back in WWE. We're not focusing on some of the other things that are happening in this company, like why did Kevin Owens resign, and Finn Balor just. I mean,
They're
he's like, what are you doing with this man, bro? It doesn't make any sense, dude. It does not make any sense. I kept seeing this all over social media, man. I seen this one video, this podcast, and these guys or it might not. I don't even think it was a podcast. It was like a clip from a YouTube video, and these guys were talking about how you can see the cracks in AEW starting to form. What cracks?
like, what?
Satnam
Literally.
Singh? That's the only fucking crack I could see because other than that, people literally are just saying that because they lost Cody Rhodes and Roman holds 2 titles that don't mean a fucking thing.
Exactly. And Cody Rhodes lost. It's a loss, but it's not a crack because it's not AEW internally did some fuck shit to him. Bro's just delusional. He left because he was delusional. Did they have to take an L with the loss of Cody Rhodes? Yeah, but it's not a crack. It's Cody just being fucking weird.
And besides, I mean, where are you people when 90% of your WWE superstars are unhappy as hell when they show up to work? That's not a
Exactly, bro.
crack to you,
Exactly.
but AEW losing Cody Rhodes, which of course that's a loss. Of course that's a loss. Um, I just don't understand how that's a crack. I mean, it happens. It happens. People
This just
leave.
happens.
It's the show goes on. I don't know, man. But
No
that
one
is
thought
what I
Mox was
feel.
leaving WWE.
Exactly, bro. That is what I feel, man. I feel like people are trying to start this AEW is over party because they think that WWE's on a high right now. And if you just watch the fucking show, it is not the case whatsoever. Whatsoever, man.
It's
So,
classic WWE. Their fans get super hyped for like a fucking month long period, and then it's just gonna come all crashing down.
exactly. Exactly, man. So, Theory wins the United States Championship, bro. And this, Theory, like I said, I mean, nothing really to say on Theory other than congrats, I guess. But man, the thing here
Yeah.
is Finn, bro. I feel like everybody's feeling it tonight. Everybody's feeling it tonight. Like, what there's really nothing left for this man to do other than
No,
see his way out of the company. In all
there's really
honesty.
nothing left. Exactly. They don't see nothing for him. So, what's left, man? What's the only thing they see for people and they don't see anything else? An email.
Do you even want to talk
Trash
about
bag.
this damn ceremony?
Nope.
I don't either.
All I'm gonna
Okay.
say is it was sloppy as hell. And it sucked. That's it.
The only thing I'm gonna say is why the fuck would you put Sasha Banks out there to watch
Oh my
that
god. Exactly,
transpire?
bro. And they didn't even call it like a wedding segment. What did they call it? They called the
Like
appropriate.
a a dual ceremony or something like that.
Yeah, like a dual unity ceremony.
Unification, yeah,
Like,
something like
bro,
that.
what? Yeah, bro, this company, the shit they have to name, they can't call a thing a thing. They have to call it their own fuck. They can't call a hat a hat. They have to call a hat whatever the fuck they want to call it, and it's fucking annoying, man. Just call it a wedding, not a fucking two-person unification life, whatever. Ugh,
Well, that's just a normal term for it. I mean, I don't know where you get this wedding term from, but
I'm telling you,
it's
bro.
a two-person unification, you know?
It is just like how it's not a hospital. It is a local medical facility.
Right.
Simple.
Like if I break my arm, I'll be like, "Oh my god, you got to take me to the local medical facility."
Dude,
You
I'm
know?
surprised they call an ambulance, man. I really am. I'm surprised they didn't make up their own fucking word for it. Oh my
Yeah, I mean,
god.
you can even look on their website, man. I mean, I remember a couple years ago I was shopping for onesies for my niece, and I'm
Oh
typing
yeah.
in onesie, and I can't find shit. And I'm looking around, and I eventually find it like a half hour later, and they're called baby creepers. Who the
Bro,
fuck
what?
calls a onesie a creeper?
Literally, bro.
You
The
know,
fuck,
I
man?
like, bro, what? Like,
They just call their shit weird shit. Like the fanny pack. I remember a fanny pack had a weird name. I saw
yeah,
before.
it was
It was like a something pouch or like, bro, just call it what it is.
let
You
me
don't have to
see.
have your own trademark name for everything. My God, what is with this company? Just calling shit weird shit, man.
Yeah, so I looked
This
up fanny
company,
pack, and there's nothing for that. So let me
no,
see.
okay, they probably don't sell that shit anymore. Probably no one bought that garbage. Who would?
Hmm,
Shit.
I know they
I'm really
used to have.
surprised they call a flag a flag.
Okay,
Like
okay.
apparel. Let's just see apparel. No, well, fucking jackets and outerwear.
Was it a waist pack?
Yep, was a waist pack.
Yeah, a waist pack. That's what it is. Like,
Like,
bro, what?
what? Like, what is this shit?
That's what it was. It
Uh,
was a Bray Wyatt waist pack. Like, dude, it's a fanny pack. Like,
Exactly.
I'm surprised they don't have a weird name for t-shirts.
I really don't.
Um,
God,
a a a chest cover,
they
something.
would, bro. They
But
would.
yeah, man. So yeah, this dual ceremony was just this dual unification ceremony was just absolutely atrocious. It was
It
absolutely
really was,
atrocious,
bro.
man. No point to really talk about it.
It
Bobby
shows.
Lashley and Omos. MVP broke up with Bobby Lashley to then 2 weeks later challenge Bobby Lashley to an arm wrestling contest with Omo.
Poor Bobby Lashley, man. He deserves so much better on this show, bro.
He really
I
does.
say that every week, but he should be fucking champion, bro. He should be. 100%.
100%.
He shouldn't be delegated to an Omo feud.
No, not at all.
He is
Oh,
leagues above that.
seriously, dude. They do this all the time with these guys, man. They throw all these people in front of them to try to get him over, and in
Mm-hmm.
turn, you do nothing but make your roster look like shit. Do you think anything good is going to come out of Bobby Lashley and Omos? For Omos, the guy's going to be just as bad as he was 6 months ago. You know,
Exactly. There's gonna be no evolution, so why even try? You
I
know
mean,
there's not gonna be an evolution with Omo.
my God, bro. I mean, this guy. You threw John Morrison in front of him. You threw the Viking Raiders in front of him. You threw this guy and that guy and this guy and that guy. You threw AJ Styles in front of him. You threw
Beside
all
and in
these
front, and it still didn't work.
people in front of him, bro, and the guy has not gotten better whatsoever. And now you're attempting to throw Bobby Lashley in front of Omos and put him with MVP and think that things are going to change. You put a
Literally, bro.
mouthpiece with somebody who's incredible at wrestling, but maybe they can't talk. You don't put a mouthpiece to somebody who can't do either.
Literally. You're just fucking putting tape on a completely destroyed object. Okay, that
This
can't be fixed with tape.
this guy Omos is wrestling in the wrong era.
He
If
really
he would have
is,
been
bro.
wrestling in the 90s, he would have been a fucking megastar. We are not in the 90s.
Nope.
This guy's just wrestling in the wrong era, bro. He is not it, dude. And now Bobby Lashley is the next name to see if we can try to get this guy over, and it's never gonna work.
It's not gonna work. Exactly.
So yeah, arm wrestling. What is it? Oh, sorry. Not an arm wrestling competition. It looks like this is called an arm wrestling clash.
Bro, why? Just call a thing a thing. Stop with this fucking premium live events, arm wrestling clash. Bro, just call a thing, please.
It's an arm wrestling clash, bro.
Oh my god.
Jonathan Fedna says Tony Khan save the wrestling business. That's another thing we were just talking about with this Tony Khan and people trying to start the AEW is over party because of this WWE season that is really not all that it. All you got to do is watch the show. Tony Khan, I say this all the time, man, but I just want you guys to think about what North American professional wrestling would be like without Tony Khan. Think about it. What would wrestling in the States be like without Tony Khan in 2022?
Me as a fan, I'll be fucking telling you that shit.
Says Prince go to AEW. Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Oh,
absolutely. Bro. Yeah, I mean Tony Khan, bro. Where the hell would American professional wrestling be without Tony Khan?
In the can, bro.
It would.
Goddamn.
It would. I mean, it's not even necessary. Like, that's what people always try to say. Like, oh, you're just like hating on WWE. We all hear that a lot. But it's like my genuine reaction to these shows is that I feel nothing. I genuinely don't feel anything watching the show, bruh.
Nothing.
You know what I mean?
I don't feel anger at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I mean,
bad.
it's just you just I mean, my God, it's we always bring up this point, man, but it's like you want to see it. You want to see it succeed because you are a fan of it and a lot of your guys are over there, man, but the company just does you no fucking favors, bro. They do you no favors, man, and it's like you just feel nothing. Everybody feels the same. Everybody feels watered down. Like, God.
They're all in the same shallow pool, bro. No one can go into the fucking ocean. It's all just the same fucking... It just feels the same, no matter what.
No one thrives.
Exactly. No matter what part of the card you watch, No matter if it's main event, low fucking mid card, high mid card, if everything feels the same. Literally everything feels the same, and the same feeling they all have is just it's happening. It is what they have written down for this week, man. It, it it's just pointless, man. It really is.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. It just, I mean, my God. Like, I always say this, man, but like, I love WWE. I always will. You just want them to be better, bro. You just fucking want them to be
Exactly.
better. But when you watch their shows compared to what I know and what I grew up watching, the shit just feels dead. The
Yep.
shit just feels dead. And another thing I was going to say with that 24/7 double commitment ceremony, that's what it's called.
That's what the fuck they called it.
The
The
double
commitment.
commitment ceremony. Exactly the reason why Raw needs to be 2 hours.
Yep.
Do you know how
Because they
much more enjoyable the show would be if it was at 2 hours? Now, I'm not saying it's going to be fantastic, but do you
would
know
be
what
way.
that extra hour does for the amount of dreadfulness that this show brings?
Dude, that's so much of it. You know how much I would love to do Unscripted at 9 o'clock? Bro, I would love it. I would
That
love that
that
shit.
would be
But we
sick.
have to do an extra hour of Raw, of a 24/7 segment of this, of that. Like, imagine at 9:30 or at 8:30, Cody's match started. That is perfect timing, man.
I'd love that. That sounds awesome.
But it had to start at 9:30.
Whole hour later.
Like, I feel like it's a contract thing, but if they're just contracted to WWE television for 3 hours, make 2 hours Raw and some type of talk show for an hour afterwards.
Yeah.
Do a recap show of the last week, like basically make it their fucking unscripted if you fucking wanted to. Just do something. I would anything that could just warrant
They,
a 2 hour
they could call
Raw.
theirs scripted.
They would too.
Raw scripted. Um
Funny thing is, they don't even have a script. Vince rips it up.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, man. So Cody wrestles in the main event. Him and Owens are fighting on the outside. Owens eventually gets on the outside. Rollins yells at him to get your fat ass in the ring. You could literally hear Seth Rollins saying that. He says, get your fat ass in the ring. Owens looks at him like, what the fuck did you just say? And he dips. He says, this is your problem. And he walks away and gets himself counted out. And Cody wins. Cody, this was interesting at the end of it, gets on the second rope to showboat to the crowd again. Seth pushes him off. Seth jumps on the table. And Cody Rhodes starts clutching his ankle. I hope
Mm.
he is not injured, because that would suck.
That would really suck. That man is already doomed. That would worsen it, bro. If he comes back and gets injured,
By the
pack
time
it
he
up,
comes
man.
back, bro, yes, pack it
Vince
the
would have lost
fuck up.
all faith, bro. Oh, and he better hope that that man is not injured, legitimately.
Yes, bro, I noticed that right as they went off the air, and I said, uh-oh. I'm like, this man is
Don't,
sitting there clutching his ankle, bro. I
dear
don't know.
Lord.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's not good if it's. I mean, man, I really hope he is not injured, because if
I
he
hope not,
is,
man.
ooh, that is
Is
not going
that
to be
it?
good at all.
I just asked for the email right then and there, bruh.
Um, CM Punk. Well, that was Monday Night Raw. That was Monday Night Raw, not the CM Punk part, but yes, that was Monday Night Raw, man, and my God, I hope Cody Rhodes is not injured, because he even unhooked his boot. He
Mm-hmm.
unhooked his boot, and he was sitting there clutching his ankle, and I was like, oh no, that's not good.
Lord, oh Lord.
Um, yeah, not good whatsoever, bro. Not good whatsoever. Um, yeah, and that was Raw. Horrible.
Mm. Yep.
Absolutely atrocious. AEW Dynamite. Dynamite, man. We are bringing you guys, they brought us this Dynamite episode from New Orleans, Louisiana. And man, New Orleans was lit, bruh. They were fucking lit.
They were.
This was a fantastic crowd, bro. This was a fantastic crowd. Show opens up with CM Punk versus Penta Oscuro. Bro, dude, please.
I can't stand this dude in that whole act, and just stop it, please. Dude, why can't, like, I like how their in-ring style has evolved into a more actually watchable style, you know what I mean? But man, do I miss their old feel to them when AEW started. They were cool when AEW started, bro. Now, dude, now they're just so fucking goofy, man. I'm not interested in them at all.
No, not at all. Not at all, bro. Whenever we see Phoenix, for the most part, he's pretty good. Remember about a year ago, around Double or Nothing, when he was on his little singles run, and he was lighting it up, bro.
I love that shit, man.
When they got the Lucha Bros back together, it fell apart. The peak was them winning the titles, and by God, did that reign suck. I remember telling you, like, a month into it, I'm like, man, I am not into this title reign. Into this title reign. And
there was no fire.
Yeah, it's like, we were like, all right, not into it now, but let's see where it goes. Let's see where it goes, man. And it went absolutely nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. It was atrocious. It was truly atrocious, bro. As for Penta Oscuro, first things first, get Alex Oberhantes away from Pentagon, bro. He ruins his act so bad, dude. Oh, man.
Dude, I hate it. I fucking can't stand him. We've been over this a million times. I can't stand the fucking dude. Get him out there.
He ruined Penta. Get him the fuck out of here, man. What is this shit?
It's like watching James Ellsworth. Like, I don't want to see this shit. I don't want to see the fucking goober on my fucking TV.
Seriously, bro. Seriously. So, that's the first thing, man. Yes. The second thing is just the gimmick itself needs to go. What is so different about Penta Oscuro from Penta L0M, or Penta L0 Miedo, Pentagon Jr., Pentagon Miedo, I don't know, man. Whatever alias he's going by, what is so different other than the fact that he walks to the ring dancing with a shovel or doing like a weird ass walk he does?
Yeah. Dude,
what is the difference?
I really don't. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Terrible.
There was a spot in this match, man, where CM Punk got, he fell off the top rope, and it looked like he kind of got injured, but he did keep going in the match, and he did end up winning the match. They had a really cool sequence to the end of the match. I can't remember exactly what it was. Let me try to look really quick. I know it was something into a GTS, really cool. Okay. Yes, I knew it was something like that. Okay, so Pentagon, he springboarded on the middle rope almost to give CM Punk like a Cody Rhodes-esque disaster kick. And he got caught with a GTS. That was a really cool ending. I couldn't remember if he tried to do a top rope move or a springboard, but it was a springboard.
Yeah.
And yes, like I said earlier in the match, I did go for a spot. I believe Penta was going to do some kind of Spanish fly off the springboard. Penta was standing on the top rope. Punk was already standing on the springboard. I think Penta went to jump around him on the other side of Punk, which was a springboard, and do a Spanish fly, and Punk just fell off the top the springboard and he started clutching his leg. And a lot of people thought he was injured, but he did keep going, man. I see a lot of people having a problem with CM Punk in these matches, and this is the kind of shit that I don't understand. CM Punk beats Pentagon here after a fantastic counter into a GTS. I see a lot of people having a problem with CM Punk just being in random matches, and I don't understand because
What do they expect?
he
Just
told
not
you
fucking-
what his goal is. He wants to build
Exactly.
up his ranking to face Hangman or Adam Cole, which now looks like it's going to be Hangman. Or maybe it will still be Adam Cole because there was a count out on Rampage. But he told you why. He pretty much told you in itself why he's wrestling in these kind of nothing matches, if you will. But they're not nothing matches because they are dream matches in a way, which is what I love about AEW, because in WWE, you have Cody Rhodes versus a guy like Kevin Owens. And although you're damn right that is a dream match, look at how that comes off on WWE TV versus CM Punk versus MJF, for example.
Exactly.
Or CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston. Or CM Punk versus Darby Allin. Or CM Punk versus... Exactly, bro. Even if you want to even take it a step lower, or like a CM Punk versus even a Lee Moriarty. Like, you look at that, and you're like, damn, that's pretty cool. These guys are going to put on a good match. But when you see Owens and Cody, that is 100% a dream match, but it just doesn't have the same feel. It doesn't have the same love and care, almost, in WWE. It kind of just feels like they're giving you this match. Let's just give it to them, you know?
Let's just give it to them now. Let's just get it over with. Come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, CM Punk, I don't have a problem with this at all. I keep seeing a lot of people trying to... I mean, this is literally... That is the best example I can give for just trying to complain about whatever you possibly can at that point, man. I mean, it's completely ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. I mean, CM Punk told you what he's doing. He is trying to up his ranking so he can face the world champ. So how else is he supposed to do that, may I ask?
By random matches that make sense because he's building himself up. Come on, man. Come on.
You know
he's
what?
Not in a direct feud right now.
Everybody complained about Brody Lee getting a AEW title match because he was number one in the rankings, but he beat a bunch of jobbers. CM Punk has been facing people that are giving him a challenge, and they're notable opponents. And people have a problem with this too, but if CM Punk were to go out and face Jeff Parker one week, and Jake Atlas the next, and Tony Nese the next week, and Peter Avalon the next, Cesar Bononi, everybody would be like, oh, he's just beating jobbers. What do you fucking want?
What do you expect then? What do you want? Just him to just get the match? That's not how this company works, man.
But then if he were to get the match, he didn't climb up in the rankings. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. I don't understand the problem with CM Punk doing stuff like this. I think it's fantastic. He's putting on great matches, and I cannot wait. I think he's going to main event Double or Nothing. I don't think he's going to win, but I think he's going to main event Double or Nothing, and I think it's going to be a banger of a match.
Truly, bro. Truly. I cannot wait.
I kept seeing a lot of people, too, having a problem with some sort of CM Punk versus Hangman match. Hangman's going to win. CM Punk is bulletproof. He could lose fucking 10 times in a row, and he'll still be CM Punk. He's not going to. I wouldn't recommend it, but, theoretically speaking. He can take one loss to the AEW World Champion. I don't think it's going to make him look any less of CM Punk. So,
especially the way they built up the Buckshot Lariat. That's just a random fact that I've been thinking about when I was every time I see Hangman. But they they make his finisher feel important because people don't just kick out of it. It's thing I like about it. It's easy to avoid, but if he connects it, it's over with, and I like that, man. I like how
Mm-hmm.
they play that up a lot. And with CM Punk, we all love him. He's old. He won't be able to survive a buckshot. He might. I could get a cool one fall, but the most he could do is one, and that's just good storytelling right there.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
that's what's gonna happen in their match.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. But yeah, it was great match with these two, man, and yeah, I don't see the reason why people are complaining at all.
No, not at all. I don't get it.
Red Dragon versus I was about to call them the Lucha Express, Jurassic Express. I genuinely thought the titles were gonna change hands here, man, but they
Hmm?
did not. And Jurassic Express did not win in any type of controversial fashion. They straight up beat
They
these
swamp.
guys. Um,
Hey,
yeah, damn is right. Um,
kind of want to see Red Dragon win, low key.
a little bit, bro, a little bit, but um,
I mean, it's nice to see them get the titles for longer,
yeah,
but
but
mm,
I mean, they teased Red Dragon and FTR at the end of this, and I think that is what a lot more people want to see than FTR and Jurassic Express for the titles.
yeah,
Nothing against Jurassic Express; they are incredible. They are incredible, man, and yeah, they've been putting on fantastic matches since they've been champs, man. But mm, I don't know. I kind of wanted to see Red Dragon take the belts here, if I'm being 100% honest
same
with you,
man.
man. But
Same.
do you save that for, when we do kind of officially put them with Adam Cole, kind of just on preference. I would have liked to see them take the belts here, but there must
Yeah,
be some kind of plan in place for them, being that they didn't. So,
exactly. Thing
and
is, though,
I thought
go
it
ahead.
would have made for a great story for Adam Cole to side with them, and then have the Bucks kind of accuse him of doing that just because they won the belts, even though that's
Exactly,
not the
man.
reason. But what were you
But
saying?
as much as I want Red Dragon to win, I think the next people that are gonna win those titles are gonna be FTR again. They've been going on a crazy run lately, and I could see them holding the three titles. Um, trip. What's the one time? It would be
AAA, ROH, and AEW.
yeah, Triple A. I knew it was one of the A's, but yeah, I could see that because they've been on a high with them lately. Especially if they get Brett, I think they would definitely win the titles next. But if not, I definitely want to see Red Dragon, man. I just really I love the team. They produce some of my favorite tag matches in NXT, man.
Mm-hmm.
They'll always be a goated team for me, man.
100%. 100%. Top, definitely my top two, bro. Everybody knows who my number
Hmm.
one is, but the FTR is
Yeah.
FTR is amazing. Um, hmm. So I see both sides of that. I see the
Hmm.
side of you want to uh not put the titles on them. You want to let another team get a little bit of the shine, so to speak. But then I understand, and I'm kind of for this as well. If you put the belts on FTR, do you have any idea what that's going to do for the team that beats FTR? Which
Exactly. They're gonna
could,
be
which
shit.
should be Red Dragon, in my opinion. They're teasing it
Exactly.
now. I would like to see uh, FTR take the belt off Jurassic Express. They can have a
Mm.
little. They can redeem their little feud with the Lucha Bros once they come back, because they're gonna want the belt, and I think that'd be a cool way to kind of tie up the loose ends there. Uh,
Hmm.
FTR can kind of tie that loose end up. The Lucha Bros could be their first challengers after they're done with Jurassic Express, and then I think by All Out time we should see Red
See
Dragon take
Red.
the belts.
Exactly, man. It fits. It fits in the dynamic of FTR being the super serious rules, but they do their FTR like tactics. But Red Dragon have their tactic that are even more heelish and less legit than FTR. So I would really like to see that dynamic, and I think that could produce some great storytelling.
Yeah, absolutely, bro, absolutely. And like you said, man, FTR have produced some of my favorite tag team matches as well. And I think with the run that they're on, doing the ROH and the AEW as well as the AAA, I think we could be on the road for even more just FTR classics.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, and I think these guys are on a fantastic run right now, and I mean, strike when the iron's hot, bro. I mean, that's why the Young Bucks
Exactly.
wanted to give them their win back now. You know, they couldn't have given
Exactly.
their win. They couldn't have given FTR their win back
And how in
4 months
3 months or
ago.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Because these guys were, we were on here saying what the hell happened to FTR 3 months ago. You know what I mean? And the Bucks didn't want to do it now because it would, or didn't want to do it then because it wouldn't have meant anything. And everybody wants to say the
Exactly.
Bucks just were out to bury them. No, the Bucks are just fucking smart. Why would you give FTR the win back when these guys are floating around doing nothing? You know what I mean?
Literally.
Fresh off a match with the Briscoes, now let's give them their win back. Now let's make them even hotter than they were a couple days ago. At ROH
Exactly.
Final Battle or Supercard of Honor. I mean, so it makes sense, man, and it's. I mean, the Bucks were absolutely right in doing that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's better for FTR because, like I said, would it have meant anything if FTR would have got the win back a couple months ago?
No,
No, because
exactly.
they were
But they
coming out here with mullets and robes and with Tully Blanchard. I mean it. But here we
but
are,
now
and these guys are on the run of their life. They're baby faces. They fit so well in a workhorse type gimmick. I love
hmm
it.
I
And
love it, man.
the Bucks struck when the iron was hot, as they should have, and
Yeah, because
that was the right thing to do.
that's
Absolutely.
another reason why the Young Bucks are goaded. Because not just on TV and not just in the ring, but creative wise and position wise, they know what to do. They know when to win to elevate somebody. They know when to lose to elevate somebody. That's why the Young Bucks are the goats, bro.
And I don't know where
Go
that
to
narrative came up from, but I don't know where that narrative came up from, but like the Bucks didn't at all bury FTR in their first
God
outing. I
no.
mean, I do understand the fact of, why didn't they get the second match, but I mean, they wanted to make their second match important. They wanted to make it feel like a grand ass second match, and
Exactly.
they were stayed apart for 18 months, and they struck when the iron was hot, and that's like,
Exactly.
yeah. I mean, Cody wanted to do. What's up, Ryan? Cody wanted to do all this. Cody wanted to do all this stuff to make it look like he didn't want the attention on him, but he was just begging for it so bad.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You can't be a good like guy backstage, but constantly say, "Yeah, I have to do good guy stuff backstage." Like, bro, young bucks aren't young bucks aren't saying over here in interviews, "Yeah, we got to put over this person, we got to do that." So they are on BTE because they're heels and they play up to it on BTE, but it's just jokes. They're not serious about having to
Exactly.
fucking wanting praise over putting this guy over or doing that, or they're just doing their job and they know how to do it, man.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, and that is again why the Young Bucks are goaded, bro. They struck when
They
the iron's
truly are.
hot, and I mean, in their first outing, they booked it in a way where FTR tried to do the Young Bucks style, and it bit them in the ass.
Exactly.
The Bucks barely won that match. You know what I mean? So I don't
hmm
understand why people are trying to go back and right that wrong and say, "Oh, FTR is getting back for the Bucks burying them." In what way can you try to spin that and saying the Bucks buried them? As a matter of fact, looking
Exactly.
back at it, the fact that they said if we don't win the titles, we will never challenge for them again. I bet that was such a dig at Cody.
Oh, you know it. They were like, "What is this fucking idiot doing?" Let's joke on it because they love it. They're
They're
trolls.
trolls. Yeah.
We say it all the time. They're fucking trolls, even to their own friends. Which at that point, I don't think they were like there was hatred between them. But whether you're friends with them or you're not friends with them, they're gonna troll on you. It's just how they are, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. And yeah, so FTR come out after this, man, and they stare down Jurassic Express, and they start to get in a scruffle with Red Dragon. Bobby Fish shoves Dax Harwood's face, and Dax does it back to him, and then the camera just cuts away.
Literally,
Odd night for production, and we'll get into
really.
that a little bit later.
They could be also teasing a tag triple threat, which I would love to see.
That is true. That is true.
Or,
But if they do that at Double or Nothing, they did just do one at
exactly.
Revolution.
So I don't think they would do it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's some type of triple threat. Either, if anything, I would think it would just be with FTR, Red Dragon, Young Bucks, probably at like All Out. I could see maybe, or in between.
I would
Double or
love
Nothing
that.
and All Out.
I would love that, dude.
I would kill for that, bro.
The dream tag, my dream triple threat tag team match, bro. And man, tell me how this sounds. FTR versus the Bucks versus DIY.
Man,
bro,
that shit would be fire, bro.
Jesus,
I would love that shit.
That
I love the team
man.
ups with FTR and DIY versus the Young Bucks. Oh man,
bro,
dude,
that is my all-time dream tag team match. And then another one, obviously, a piece of that would be Bucks versus DIY for sure.
Oh, I would love that.
We haven't seen it, and I think one day we will. And I think it will just blow the roof off of any building that takes place in.
Exactly, bro. They would hope to be in Daly's place or some place with no roof. Cause man, oh man, that shit will be coming off.
Do that in the United Center, bro, and just watch that building crumble.
Exactly.
Watch that building crumble. Shawn Dean versus MJF. MJF, he is wrestling Shawn Dean here. You know, match is going all right. Max is outside of the ring showboating. And all of a sudden, behind him, he's leaning up against the barricade. And all of a sudden, behind him, this big menacing figure just walks up right behind MJF. He takes his hat off. He takes his mask off. And lo and behold, it is Wardlow. It's Wardlow. MJF turns around and his eyeballs pop out of his head when he sees Wardlow standing right there. He's just like shocked and scared, and Wardlow hops the barricade, starts chasing him all around. Security starts taking him back. When he gets to about like the end of the ramp, and he's kind of guarding the ring. MJF is standing on the middle of the ramp. Shawn Dean's in the ring. The ref's counting. MJF tries to walk up to Wardlow to get a cheap shot, and Wardlow kind of wiggles out a little bit, and he starts getting a little closer to MJF, and that just completely scared the shit out of him, and he ran all the way up the ramp. The ref is on 9. MJF grabs the mic and tells Bryce Remsburg he doesn't know what TK is paying him, but he will pay him double if he does not count him out. So Bryce looks at MJF, looks at the time people, and he says, fuck it. And he counts 10. And he counts out MJF. So Captain Shawn Dean has gotten a win twice over MJF. And I love the way they are making Max lose, bro.
I love it. This is how you use the DQ system.
Yes,
this is how
bro.
you do it.
Yes.
Genuine fuckovers, man.
This, especially because this is something almost unheard of in AEW. DQ finishes, fuck finishes. So the fact that Wardlow is bestowing all this upon MJF and just making him just constantly lose and having all his matches go to DQ, and it doesn't seem nauseating. In fact, this has been picture perfect ever since. Yes, ever since this whole breakup has happened, bro. Ever since that Wardlow promo, bro, this has been picture perfect.
Exactly, bro. Love
amazing.
every element of it.
Yes.
Love what Wardlow's doing. Love how they're all presenting themselves. How even though they're still together as a team, great as can be, even when Sean Spears' match got fucked over, even though this week he was cool with MJF, of course, again, even in that moment he was pissed at MJF because his beef with Wardlow is getting in his way. Love all those little details, man.
Yeah, and I love how Wardlow offered to wash his hands clean of MJF and go their separate ways, but it is because of MJF why Wardlow's not doing that, even though MJF kind of just wants to make him suffer. In turn, Wardlow is making him suffer, and he's hurting his win-loss record, and it is just fantastic, bro. It is truly fantastic.
And that fucking quick promo he gave at backstage while he finished beating up the fucking security, I loved that intensity, man. When he grabbed that mic, that shit was sick.
Oh yeah, when he was holding the camera.
And he was fucking yelling in it.
Yeah, dude, that was sick, bro. That was awesome. This has been picture perfect. No complaints about this at all from me. Wardlow is a star, bro. Wardlow is a fucking star.
You love to see it.
Speaking of people who are not stars, the Jericho Appreciation Society. They have arrived in New Orleans, and they get out of a plane, and the door was shut, by the way. They arrive on their private jet. The door is shut. They are just walking out of the plane. Out walks Jericho, Garcia, and Hager. Here they come. Where is 2.0, you may ask? Well, they are laying on the ground, and Eddie Kingston and LAX are hanging out of a car window telling them, we told you anywhere you're at, we're going to roll up, or something like that.
And it's like, bro.
And he's throwing up his signs and they drive off. Okay. Why did 2.0 get out of the private jet and close the door?
Yeah. And they presented Jericho and them walking out like they just landed. So, in terms of kayfabe, they landed. Those two idiots got out, closed the door behind them, and were just standing in front of the plane, waiting for Jericho and the rest of them to open the door and come out too. And then, somehow, Eddie Kingston and LAX got through airport security in a car, beat them up, stole their shoes, and the pilot didn't see it. The plane was literally staring at them. The pilot could have been like, hey, your boy's getting jumped out there. Bro was just watching it, just, damn, bro.
Damn. Damn, I think he's getting his ass whooped.
Bro, what was that garbage ass segment, man?
Bro.
Oh my god.
This shit is ass, bro.
Dude, I'm so tired of Jericho and this shit, man.
This shit is truly ass, bro. I promise you.
It really is.
So, later in the night, we get LAX and Eddie Kingston versus Jericho, Hager, and Garcia. This match kind of just happened. I don't really remember too much from it. Jericho ended up hitting Eddie in the back with the bat, and Garcia rolled him up for the win, and 2.0 came down, and they just beat up on Eddie Kingston and LAX.
Beat up.
Yeah, they just another beatdown segment, man. Thankfully, no one came to the save. It was just a beatdown segment, but it seems like every single week we just get a beatdown segment with the 5 of them beating up the 3 of them. This is leading to I guarantee you this is gonna lead to like Homicide coming
Oh
in,
yeah,
or one of these
the rest of
couple of
LAX.
these LAX guys coming in. Yeah,
100%. That's definitely what they're building to, man. And like they could do it, but like you got to make it a beatdown every week.
yeah,
God.
yeah. Unbelievable, man. Just make Santana and Ortiz just thugs, kind of how they were
Just
before. They were just cool
yeah,
ass street dudes from New York.
and just let him be away from Jericho completely, bro. I don't want him to feud with him. I
No,
don't want him to be with him. I
no,
just want to see LAX go
sir,
be free and just do
exactly.
legit feuds, bro.
Face actual tag teams, bro.
Exactly, bro.
Keith Lee and Swerve versus Team Taz's Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs got incredible reactions.
Hmm.
Absolutely fantastic. Team Taz is really starting to come into their own, bro. They
They
are
are,
really
bro.
starting to come into their own. Ricky Starks went from being sort of awkward on the mic, and he
Yeah.
looked very awkward on camera, to him coming into his own with his own kind of comedic timing, and not comedic in the terms of making himself look like an idiot, but comedic
Just
in making fun of his opponents and just
yeah.
having a certain type of swagger while doing it.
Exactly.
I think it's fantastic, man, and he's really coming to his own. And Powerhouse Hobbs, man, got a fantastic reaction when
Oh
he
yeah.
pinned Keith Lee in this match, bro. Incredible, man.
Hell yeah, man. I don't even hate the loss Keith Lee took. I really
No,
don't
me
hate
neither.
this feud. A lot of people are
No,
really shitting on it. It could definitely be where Keith Lee could easily be in a Jay Lethal spot. So I'm happy with this, man, and I'm just intrigued to see where it goes. I love both sides, so
I,
I
I would, I would not, I would disagree with you had what happened on Wednesday not happen on Wednesday. But the
yeah,
fact that
exactly.
that happened on Wednesday, I gotta laugh, bruh, because it's true.
Yeah,
But
exactly. God damn.
Ricky Starks got a huge reaction. Hometown guy here. He was strutting across the top rope. That was absolutely fantastic. He looked
That
like
was
a
dope.
damn G doing that shit.
He
Um,
really did, bruh.
his spear as well. His spear knocked Roman Reigns' spear out the water.
Oh,
I got,
bro, who's
I
doesn't?
gotta say it. The way he hits both of the ropes, and he is literally flying when he's hitting the
Mm-hmm.
ropes. That shit looks awesome. That shit looks awesome, bro. It really does. It really does, man.
Dude, I swear, it's like a thing with Roman. His main moves always look better on a smaller guy. Like you guys know how we feel about Orange Cassidy, but his Superman punch goes crazy, cause
Yeah.
those moves just look better on a smaller guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how it is. The
It does.
spear and Superman punch look way better on guys like Starks and Cassidy.
Yeah, and I'm happy Ricky Starks is coming to their own, man. But and you know, this is the thing about AEW too. A lot of people say like, oh, this person's not getting the respect, this person's not getting the respect or the TV time that they deserve. In AEW, it's so true, man. Everybody really does get their time. Um
Exactly. It is revolving door sometimes. A door takes a while to revolve,
and it
but it
is
will.
frustrating.
It
It
can be
is.
frustrating, but
Yeah,
it
like
will
LAX.
revolve. Exactly.
I mean,
Poor
eventually these guys are going to get their moment and we know it, man, but like for now, bro,
Stark.
it's just so
It's like,
frustrating.
come on. Exactly, man. Exactly. But let's say they were like away from Jericho. That title spot, like we were talking about earlier, is pretty filled up with FTR, Red Dragon. Although I wouldn't do the shit with Jericho to fill time until they could have an opportunity around the titles, and they still don't really have an opportunity around the titles right now. So even though Jericho shit is awful, they what in terms of title picture, there's not room for them, even though I would prefer them in a different side feud than Jericho.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
it's just not how the revolving door works. Sometimes it takes a while, but eventually it gets to people, man. So be patient and we'll be good.
Yeah, we will, man. I mean, look at the work FTR is doing right now. Look at the work that
Yep.
Ricky Starks has been doing, and Powerhouse Hobbs and those kind of guys, man. Look at the work. Um, I mean, Wardlow. Look at the work Wardlow's doing. It's
Hmm.
you know, everybody does get their time, and we of all people understand how frustrating it can be at times because you're just
Hmm.
looking at somebody saying, "What the fuck are you doing with them?" You know what I
Exactly,
mean?
man.
But
Exactly.
everybody does eventually get their time, man, and it can be frustrating. But guys like Starks and Wheeler
Keith
Yuta,
Lee, Swerve. Exactly. Wheeler, look at you, Wheeler Yuta. His
um,
revolving door came randomly fast, and it's
mhm,
been amazing. Some
uh,
people's is slow, and it's amazing.
Wardlow, like I said, Starks,
No, these guys.
yeah, I mean,
It comes, man.
when people hit their stride in AEW, it is unlike hitting
It's
your
oh,
stride anywhere else. It really is.
exactly, man. Exactly.
But yeah, I don't hate this feud at all. I really
No.
don't. Yeah, I don't hate this feud at all, man. I love the little backflip spot from Swerve off of Keith Lee's chest. I thought that was
Mm-hmm.
sick. And yeah, this was a really good match. And Powerhouse Hobbs hit Keith Lee with the spine buster, and he pinned him for the 1-2-3, man. So yeah,
Good for Powerhouse Hobbs, man.
and to go with my point earlier, man, like a lot of people say, I hear a lot of people say, like, oh, Keith Lee was a bigger star in WWE. What is he doing now?
What would
Um,
he have been doing if he was still there?
exactly, bro. Exactly. Aren't aren't you happy that Keith Lee is back to putting on bangers and actually wrestling in normal Keith Lee attire? You know what I mean?
Exactly. And he could be Keith Lee and not the Bearcat.
And
Because
when people say that, man, like I said, I've literally been looking at Kevin Owens whenever I hear people
exactly.
say that.
Look at what
Oh,
KO's doing.
he would have been so much better had he stayed with WWE. And Kevin Owens absolutely just feels not
Like
it in
everybody else.
WWE. He just not that he's bad or anything, but he just
Yeah.
feels like he's just in the mix,
Yep.
doing nothing.
Just a guy on TV. It sucks.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. But yeah, he pinned Keith Lee with the spine buster and got a huge reaction to this, man, and it was fantastic, bro. It was fantastic.
Hell
Uh,
yeah, man. Hell yeah.
I think that's it. Other than the two major things for Dynamite, man. Marina Shafir. I believe she was facing Sky Blue.
She was. Dude.
As for Sky Blue, when I look at her, I really see like a young woman pillar in her.
I
I
do.
I feel like she is a future star of the women's division. She is very good in the ring. She is very good in the ring, and she is
Hell
coming
yeah, bro.
along. She's coming along every
Hell
time
yeah.
we see her. But yeah, she is yeah, she's always at
I see her.
AEW. I know she dates Dante Martin, so I feel like she has the potential to
Mhm.
be almost a woman pillar.
I think she could definitely evolve into that pretty soon too. Not soon, but at a pretty good pace, man. I see that definitely too, man.
Yeah. Um Sky is not the problem here. In
No,
fact, her nickname is the problem and she is a problem.
she is a fucking problem.
Uh
Oh my god.
hmm.
Marina Shafir.
What the fuck was that, dude?
bro, that had to have been the most awkward, not only entrance, but whole fucking match I've ever seen in my life, bro.
That is 100%. Is she signed?
Dude, I think she is. Or I don't know if she is. I've never saw the Marina Shafir's All Elite. I think they're doing one of
Like
those 6 months, one of those Leo
yeah,
Rush deals right now.
I
Which
think
if,
so.
if she is, do not resign her ass, bruh. Cause my God, was that ass, bro. She comes out there. First of all, her theme song was garbage, bruh. It was like the whole theme song was waiting for it to like drop and start going hard. It did the same sequence, like the same rhythm the whole
Mm-hmm.
time. I was expecting the beat to drop or something. Nothing happened. And then, bro, she's just walking out. So just awkward, man. She's just staring forward, just not really looking at anything, just staring in the distance, off in the distance forward. And then at one point, she's like walking, trying to take off her hoodie, and she's like fumbling with her hoodie, bro. Like, dude, oh my god, I've never seen an entrance so awkward, man. She was literally just staring at into the void, bro. She looked like me watching Raw. She really did, bro. And oh my god, that shit was ass, bro. She gave off no presents or nothing. My god, dude, fucking Jade is gonna tear her apart, bro. Entrance and all, man. My god, and the match itself was just, oh, she was just sloppy and boring and just bad, man. Marina Shafir's just not it, man. I don't know
Yo.
what happened with these other four horsewomen of MMA, but how is only one of them good? Like Shayna Baszler is literally one of my favorites women ever, and the three rest of them are some of the worst I've ever seen, bruh. How is the duality so bad? Come on,
Bro.
bruh. Can we get Shayna in this company? That's who I want to see face people like Jade.
Yes.
That shit would be fire.
Yes. Absolutely.
My
Well,
God.
yeah. I think you
Fucking
definitely put
Brady.
that. You definitely put that into words. Fantastically. But just bro, what the fuck was that, dude? She came out to like slow, just like classical music, and like Sir K said, I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, when's the fucking beat gonna drop? And it never
When this shit
dropped.
never did.
And she was just like, during her match, she was just like awkwardly staring around like she was in a trance.
Bro,
Like,
I'm telling you,
just
that
with
shit was
this,
kind of like disturbing.
yeah, it's like she just had like this blank stare on her face, but like her eyes were like kind of big, but she was just looking like this,
Like
just
just in the
staring around
distance.
the whole match, just like just looking, like not looking in the hard cam or nothing, just like staring around. You can even see a point where she's making her entrance. They put the camera on Sky, and she didn't even look like she knew what the hell was going on. She's like looking like,
Yeah, oh yeah. And right as fucking Marina Shafir got in the ring, bro, Sky looked so fucking confused and awkward herself. Dude, she literally did the fucking like eye thing where you look at the camera and you look at her and you look at the camera and look at her. That's what she was doing, bro. She was so weirded out.
uh,
That shit was weird.
it was like it was just so weird,
That shit was
bro.
eerie, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean, you know, the only thing better than a positive reaction is obviously,
even
or
something
the only thing
worse.
better than a the only thing worse than a positive reaction is a or no, that the only thing better than a bad reaction is a positive reaction. But when you go out there and get no
No,
reaction whatsoever, like if I was her, I would rather people boo the shit out of me because at
at
least they're
least
engaged enough to start a chant. But that
no.
crowd, the crowd was like shocked as well. They're like, "What the
What
fuck is going
is
on?"
this? Bro,
Um,
exactly.
that had to be one of the most awkward and worst. Well, I'll save the worst for a little bit later, but that had to be the most awkward TV debut I've ever seen, bro. I have ever seen. I don't know what the hell that was. Let Jade beat her and let it be done, bro, because that was not good.
Because that shit was ass, bro.
That was...
I don't get it.
That was not good at all, man. That was not good at all. The main event. Samoa Joe versus Minoru Suzuki.
Hey.
Joe makes his entrance, and I'm at this point in the show, I'm absolutely loving what Jay Lethal's doing. I think what he's doing is fantastic. I love the new revamp to the character. I love the heel turn and stuff like that. This motherfucker is in the crowd. This shit genuinely made me laugh out loud, bro. Fucking Samoa Joe's making his entrance, and Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt are in the front row chanting Joe. That shit made me crack up so hard, bro. I thought that was fucking hilarious. It was just so random. Cause like,
it really was.
They just put the camera on them and he's just sitting there like with this big cheesy smile on his face, chanting Joe. And I thought it was the funniest thing ever. I really did. It was fantastic. And at this point, I'm like, damn. You know, everybody truly does get their shot, bro. Like, Jay Lethal is, you know, just finally starting to come into his own, and, you know, it's really been, you know, fantastic, up until this point. They've done, you know, they've been going at the gimmick for like 2 weeks at this point, and it's been entertaining stuff. I love the heel turn. I love the heel turn.
Pretty solid.
I love Sanjay Dutt with him. I love the just prickish manner he has to him, and just, bro, I'm telling you, him in the front row chanting Joe was goated, dude. That was fucking hilarious, bro. That was hilarious. And, you know, this match, I mean, it was solid. It was solid. It wasn't nothing crazy. It was kind of like a chop fest, if you will. It was a chop fest. Yeah, these two were chopping the shit out of each other. Nothing too crazy, but definitely entertaining, enough to main event. So... yeah, it was solid for the most part, man. And in the end, Samoa Joe hits Minoru Suzuki with the Muscle Buster. Yeah, that was the end, bro. Samoa Joe captured the ROH television title, man. So I was right on my prediction. I did predict that maybe Suzuki had to go back to Japan or something like that. And therefore, Samoa Joe took the TV title from him, and that's awesome for the ROH brand. I think he's gonna do some good stuff with it, man. So Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt have a present for Samoa Joe. They announced last week. He has a box. He opens it up, and it's his middle finger. He's sticking the middle finger up right at Samoa Joe. The crowd kind of chuckles. And the lights go out. The lights go out, man. Who gets the lights go out treatment this time, man? Is it Malachi Black? Is it Cesaro? Is it Wyndham? Is it Johnny Gargano? Is it Kushida? Is it Nash Carter? We don't know, man. We don't know who it's going to be. All we know is the lights are out. I'm sitting on my bed. I sat up. I was like, uh-oh, here we go. The fucking lights come on, and it is Satnam Singh.
The tall Indian basketball player that they signed like fucking 8 months ago, wherever the fuck. His ass standing there. Bro. What a dud. He TK'd it, bro. He really did. He TK'd the Dynamite Overrun
announcement.
Sanjay. Exactly, bro. Like, and then The thing is, I thought it was gonna be a not a I wouldn't call it a double swerve, but like a swerve where, oh, it's this dude. That's kind of random, and then somebody else that people know and recognize comes out. Double debut, went from confusion to happiness, but no, it San, it's San, what,
Sanjay,
Sanjay,
Satnam
but
Singh.
Satnam Singh literally beats Joe up with Jay Lethal, and it just fades to black, to whatever the fuck they were showing next. Uh,
Oh, bro,
what
you
is there
cut the
sense?
lights out. And I seen people saying this, and for as sad as it is, it's so true. Braun Strowman would have got a better reaction. And you know why? The people would have booed. You know what I
People know
mean? Because
exactly.
people knows who he was. And we just talked about this with Marina Shafir. The only thing better than the only thing better than a bad reaction is a good reaction, of course. And at the bottom, the only thing worse than a bad reaction, and this is the bottom of the totem pole, is no
No,
reaction. How do you go? And like we were just saying, and I seen everybody keep saying this, bro, and it's so true. Braun Strowman would have got a better reaction because A would have
at
got
least we know
booed,
who he is.
and exactly, we know who
That's
he
the
is.
thing.
We
You
know
do
who he
this with
is.
a nobody. You can't do a lights out with a nobody.
What did you think? What did you think? Mark Cuban was watching, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks.
Literally, bro.
Did you think the Dallas Mavericks were watching the show? Like, you cut the lights out. You cut the lights out for somebody that nobody knows. Braun Strowman would have got boos, which is better than the crowd immediately going into "Who are you?" chants.
Exactly. And then they started booing, not because they know who he is and, they don't like him or whatever, but because he's a nobody, they started booing. You don't want those type of boos, man.
No.
You really do not want those type of boos, man. And that's just the definition of a dud, man. That's just the definition of a dud. Like,
The all-time worst Dynamite ending I've ever watched.
oh yeah, bro.
That
Definitely. And
was awful.
even TK admits it. That shit was ass. They should not have done it that way. Well, he didn't say that shit was ass. That's just me talking. But
It
he
just takes
admitted
to Twitter. That shit was
that shit,
ass.
my bad. But he said we shouldn't have turned the lights out. Exactly, man. But they know their mistakes. They're not gonna repeat this again. But man, oh man, it was just a big mistake. Holy shit, that was ass, dude. I ain't never seen a worse ending to a Dynamite, man. That
That
that takes
was
the cake.
that was the that was the most non AEW ending I've ever seen to an AEW show ever.
Bro, I felt like I was watching Omo, bruh. I
That
really did.
that was atrocious, dude. Fucking
Like,
atrocious. And up until this point, when you watch Jay Lethal, like, bro, Jay Lethal, of all people, does not, under any circumstances, need somebody like that by his
be
side.
stuck with him. Exactly. Now he's stuck dragging Mr. Singh along with him, man, until Mr.
And
Singh fails, which he
and
will.
if you were trying to play to the Indian market, why didn't you just put Singh and Sanjay Dutt together
Exactly.
and let Jay Lethal turn heel and get somebody else? What if Jay Lethal took a Lee Moriarty under his wing?
Exactly.
What about something like that? I mean, why do you got to do something like this? Because Jay Lethal's run was fantastic. I mean, I'm not saying it's trash. Now we'll have to see where it goes, but like, this takes a hit. This is not going to work. This is
No.
not going to work under any circumstances. This guy, I do not get the point to wrestlers like this. They are one-trick ponies. They are so
They don't
one-dimensional. It never works. It
It never
never
will.
works. So unless you want to keep this guy on dark for the rest of his AEW career, I don't really
Can't.
care that he's employed with the company, bro.
Exactly.
I really don't, man. And
You
now,
might as well just let his contract expire.
and poor Samoa Joe's got to sit there and sell for this dude. And this is what I'm saying with Discovery, bro. TK cannot let these people get involved too much with his show.
Nope.
He cannot. He cannot, bro.
My God, this can't repeat itself, man. This cannot repeat itself. That shit was garbage. They know it's garbage. Never again. Please, please never again. Because this Mr. Singh is the definition. We were talking about it with Cody and, you know, what their storylines are. Definition of temporary, bro. I don't see this shit going past 2 months. It's like they're really throwing that man in deep water, man. A guy like Singh is not built for AEW, not built for ROH. The only place he could survive is WWE. And guess where he's not? He used to be there. He's not anymore. He should have stayed there, man. This isn't the crowd for a guy like him. This isn't setting for a guy like him. He's too tall. He can't move. That's how it is.
One trick pony, bro. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Nope.
I don't care. I don't care what market you're trying to play to. I don't care what race, religion, shape, size, color. I don't care. Guys like this never work. Never.
Nope.
Never work,
isn't working.
Bro.
Fucking.
Look at even a guy like Lance Archer. I mean, granted, it's because he's Lance Loser. But guys like that, man, I mean, well, Lance Archer is good, but if he couldn't survive in AEW, what do you think is going to happen to Mr. Singh, the Giant Singh? If Lance Archer, somebody who is not a one-trick pony and he can do many things in the ring, if he sunk in AEW, what in the world do you think is going to happen to Satnam Singh?
Exactly, bruh.
It's not going to be good.
He's doomed, bruh. He's doomed just because of the setting he's in.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Not good, bro. Not good. I hated this ending to Dynamite. This was atrocious. You do not cut the lights out on the live audience and the audience at home to debut somebody that we have never seen before and then have him proceed to put on some of the weakest moves I've ever seen. I mean, just the way he just threw Samoa Joe into the steps was so weak. And yes, unlegit. And then he proceeds to get him in the ring and do a Great Khali vice grip. You thought that was going to get over?
Exactly, bro. Where'd you fucking Jason? Like, just cut it. Cut him. Just take him off. Just let him sit out his contract, bro. He ain't gonna survive.
He's not going to, and we just talked about this with Omo. Why are you wasting the time trying to build this guy up when you know it's not going to work? It's not going to work. It's horrible. Atrocious. Atrocious,
It really was, man.
On Rampage, Adam Cole lost to Hangman in a Texas death match via countout. It was a Deadeye with a crown of barbed wire around his head. Looked pretty brutal. The Butcher, I can't remember who he beat, but he won his match getting ready for Wardlow. MJF decided to throw a real obstacle in Wardlow's way by feeding him the Butcher. And what's up with Andrade just MJF giving Andrade money just to use his guys, bro? I hate that.
I hate that shit, bro. I hate that shit.
It is not it, bro. I could see man,
they do it too much.
I could see, if MJF wanted to put the whole AFO up against
Wardlow.
Up against Wardlow, but the Butcher?
Just the Butcher?
Speaking of the Butcher as well, I'm so glad we got a break of the Hardy Boys for a week. What an
Thank fuck,
embarrassment
man.
last week.
Literally,
or 2
bro.
weeks ago. What a
Let them-
fucking embarrassment.
Exactly, bruh. Exactly. They need a break. We need a break.
Horrible. Horrible, bro. Same stuff every week. So thankfully they weren't on this week, man. But yeah, I don't know what they're trying to do here, man. But the Butcher versus versus Wardlow, as if that does anything for anybody. Ruby Soho qualifies for the Owen Hart Women's Tournament. If this does mean title shot, I would have Ruby win it.
Yep.
And I would have her take that belt at All Out 2022. I'd love to see
Hell
it.
yeah.
Blackpool
Hell yeah,
Combat
bro.
Club give the Gun Club their first loss as a trio, and Wheeler Yuta gets a huge ovation at the start of this match, man. Chanting
Oh, bro,
Yuta.
I love their entrance. That shit was sick.
Yeah, bro. Hell
Fucking Yuta comes out the face tunnel. Brian comes out the heel tunnel. Moxley comes from the crowd. That's sick.
That is sick, bro. Battle of the Belts. Well, I'm just gonna run down the other stuff.
Yeah.
But we got a main
There's only one
talking
thing to
point.
talk.
Thunder Rosa defeat Nyla Rose in the main event. Thank God, get this shit over with. People are more interested in seeing Jamie Hayter versus Toni Storm than they are to see anything that the women's world champ has to do, and that is not okay. Well, it's not necessarily her, more as Nyla Rose, but
exactly, but still.
Samoa Joe came out to help Jonathan Gresham after he beat Dalton Castle, and the Giant Singh and Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt came out. Samoa Joe came out with a pipe. Lee Moriarty came out to stop Jay Lethal and defend Gresham because he did turn on Moriarty, but they beat him up as well. Joe came out with a pipe, scared all of them off, and they had Singh walk right down the tunnel. It was a little better, man, but it's not going to work. And
no.
Sammy Guevara. I seen this video of Sammy Guevara saying, what? I hear a lot of people saying I disgraced the TNT title. I'm the guy who was jumping off balconies to make that title mean something, and me of all people should be able to take a fucking picture with the title if I want to.
Bro, what?
You sound like a damn fool. So, with that logic, just because you do spots that, if you watch some of his matches, some of the spots are completely unnecessary.
Yep.
You are doing spots, and somehow that makes the title mean something?
It means enough to you to take a naked picture with it? What?
And just because you did a couple spots, you feel that you can take a picture. You're acting like you took a selfie with the title, bruh.
Exactly.
About,
you have that just draped around you.
Bruh, I can take a picture.
You did more than take a picture, buddy. We know it.
Bruh, you took a picture. Like, the Roddy picture was him, what is it? Was him by himself. And that's a classic
Purposely
picture. You know what I mean? Purposely, same thing with the Shawn Michaels picture. Those are classic pictures. I mean, I'm sure they're covered up under it.
But you really don't know it's Sammy, bruh.
This dude just acting butthurt because the fans turned on him, and he said, so I don't really care what a couple fucking idiots on the internet have to say. Listen, bruh, if you don't like the opinion, that's fine, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Disrespected the title. I don't care what at the Sammy Guevara fan has to tell me on Instagram. That's how I feel, and you can take it or leave it, bro, but that's how it looks. You disgrace the title, and just because you did a couple spots in a couple of your matches doesn't give you the right to do that. What sense does that make?
Exactly, man. Get the fuck out of here.
And he says, I have enough right to take a picture, bro. You're wording that like you took a selfie with the title.
Exactly.
Bro, Brody
Exactly.
Lee held that title. I'm not gonna go over it again, bro. That was already a goated rant. Don't try to spin that on us. Don't try to spin
No.
that on the fans for having an opinion. You felt comfortable enough taking the picture and airing it on live TV, so whoopsie fucking daisy, dude.
Literally, man.
Him beating Scorpio Sky with
His
the low
ass.
blow is the total wrong decision. It is the total wrong decision. Sammy Guevara, the more they flip-flop that title, the less it's going to mean. The less it's going to mean. I mean, in the beginning days of the TNT title, somebody would hold that belt for a good chunk of time and lose it. You know what I mean? That belt, the more you flip-flop it onto the same guys, it's
the worse it's going to be.
The worse it's going to be, bro. I mean, Sammy Guevara beating Scorpio Sky, bro, is absolutely not the right decision. The guy was undefeated for almost 400 days, and you end it to Sammy Guevara?
Via low blow? Come on, bro.
A guy who's already... Do you know what that could have did for the likes of a Wheeler Yuta? I mean, look at where he's at now. Imagine what that would do for somebody like him, or somebody like a Lee Moriarty.
Lee Moriarty. Bro, anybody but
Hook.
Sammy Guevara.
Anybody, bro. Literally anybody.
Dude, any fucking body could have been in from that 1,000,000 times more than Guevara. I don't want to see it.
It doesn't...
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense, man. And him and Tay Conti were just tonguing each other on the ramp after it.
I hate
this
it.
better mean heel turn, bro, but I don't understand why he couldn't be a heel without the TNT title.
Yeah,
you know what I
exactly.
mean? I mean,
the title.
Exactly, bro. And just it is just ass, bro. It is ass. I don't understand why you would put the championship on Sammy Guevara again. It literally makes no sense whatsoever, bro. And it is incredibly frustrating to see. It is incredibly frustrating. Like I said, man, the more you flip-flop that title, the less it's going to mean, bro. And he wins via low blow to a guy that was undefeated for 400 days. Come on, man. Come on.
Bullshit.
And he is the TNT champ again.
Bullshit. Even more bullshit.
It really is, man. But we'll just have to wait and see on Wednesday where this goes. But that is absolutely the wrong decision, bro. I mean, the fact that he's heel, it's going to make it a little bit better. But
overall, hell no.
Exactly, bro. He had 2 reigns with that belt, man. And Scorpio Sky literally just grew on everybody. Well, me at least. And you.
Exactly.
He had literally just grew on us, man. And here we are.
Take it all the way. Bullshit.
Ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous. But that is going to do it, man. That is going to do it. That was the week of wrestling. Obviously, we had the extra show and Battle of the Belts to go over. So I appreciate you guys for sticking with us, man. But like I said, if you guys do not have the Notorious Heels podcast official merchandise, you can now get that at bonfire.com, which is in the description, in the link to this video, or in the description to this video. There's a link there for you guys, man. And with that, thank you guys for sticking with us for a later episode of Unscripted. We had a lot to go over on this episode, man. But with that, thank you guys again. Always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of Notorious Unscripted, episode 87. Ladies and gentlemen, please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys on Friday with the news. We'll see you guys then.
Peace.